Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Balaji. MindGate is a payment technology partner working with large banks across the globe. Specifically on this corporate integration that we have handled more than 3,000 plus corporates integration for 30 plus banks. In Middle East, we have a good amount of customers who are using our platform for corporate integration across many geography. Probably I'll not rant. So the key challenge today is the customers are upgrading themselves. Many of the customers are in cloud. So how do we facilitate automation? At the same time, whatever the day-to-day challenges in terms of check payments, manually instructed form or internet banking, all this is posing a problem in bulk payments actually. So net how we can provide an automated, faster platform which is secure and safe to use. Actually, that's a question that we have. So what is that we are going to do with the client? So we have to side by side sit and cater their requirement. Both IT savvy companies who are already in the cloud, who are working in latest technology. At the same time, bank also caters the legacy customer. So how do we cater those legacy customers as well? That is the key thing actually, because we are targeting set of new customers. At the same time, we need to cater our existing customer. So how a single platform can integrate with mid-size ERP or large ERP or no ERP customers? How do we automate this whole thing where the customer can start interacting with the bank through automation system? The key requirement, very quickly, since it's 5 minutes, I'm skipping this. So the platform that we call is a transaction banking, BGTP. We transact BGTP is the platform name. It's a transaction banking in a box. It comes with many features. Since we are talking about host to host, which can cater not only for payments, predominantly most of the banks started looking at other elements also. While Vineet was mentioning the trade transaction, even collection posting, check deposits, there are many events which are taking place using the host to host, and that is where people are looking at. So anything bulk transaction with the bank that has to happen can happen through this platform. We have a portal for customers. We have a portal for bank. We have API, which is for the customer as well as towards the bank. Mobile app SDK can be provided, which can be integrated with the bank's existing mobile ecosystem, and then SFTP, which is part of the cloud. So the proposed architecture would be like corporate SME can come via the toolkit that we provide through API or the toolkit. Then we have the cloud infrastructure where we will be mapping the services in terms of what is the source format, what is the business logic that we have to imply in that format. For example, IBAN validation or any other validation that has to happen. Those business logic can be given cutoff master, holiday master, currency master, trade deal reference validation, so on and so forth. And the complete after all validation, then we have to define what is the output format for the bank to support, and we define that output format, and then the transformation happens. It can be a typical API, it can be Excel, CSV, it can be MT, MX message, CAMP message, and so on and so forth. And these messages get transformed, and the bank side integration can happen. Now, bank has a choice. Typically, most of the corporates expects that after this ERP integration, they want to have a review of the payments initiated and approve that. That can happen through the internet banking or a portal that can have a two-factor authentication, or mobile that can indicate saying that these are the transactions that it is waiting for your approval actually. So that is called semi-host to host. Middle East still looks for that element going on, and this is the architecture perspective actually. So the platform is microservices platform, API first approach. So as I told you, this has many features that can be bundled. As of now, we can start with the payments and then extend that to multiple other services bank wants to do through the system actually. CIA is ensured. I talk about 3 strong pillars, 3T we call: transport, transform, and transact. So these are the three pillars that is going to help the overall ecosystem. How do we transport the message from the corporate or the SME to the ecosystem? And then how we ensure the security CIA compatibility is ensured. And then how do we transform?
Apologies, Balaji, but I have to interrupt you. Sorry, the time is up. Thank you so much, Balaji.
Thank you.
Best of luck. I'll leave the floor for the judges. Thank you.
Thanks, Balaji. So question from my side. So if the bank wants to go for just the host-to-host solution, do they still have to go for the whole platform, or is this something this can be implemented in isolation?
Absolutely. So modularized, completely modularized, bank can pick and choose. The opportunity that we are creating banks to not to have any constraint in the future, assuming there is a relationship which is having a payments host to host, and suddenly they say, I want to do something else. At that point of time, bank need not to run and post and pillar. It's just that we have to enable that module and we can start working actually. Since it has a PADSS certification, the card transaction issues also can address actually.
And you mentioned that a very interesting term, semi-host to host. So this can be fully integrated seamlessly, or if, like you mentioned, some, there is a bit of a mindset issue here in Middle East that before the final file release, they want to authorize. Some of the senior members of the clients might want to authorize. So in that case, that layer can also be introduced. And this can also be done through the mobile. Is that understanding right?
Absolutely right, Vinay. So we have authorization matrix, which very quickly validated against the file. That is the first journey. The second journey is most of the corporates say that, boss, can I see that before you process? That is also viable. And third is your back office can also see that before they can process in case of a criteria that you want to set. So we're just looking at eyeball verification process also can be implemented actually. Second point, as you rightly said, we can park it in internet banking, or we can have a portal where these corporates can go and approve, or part of your internet banking, you can bring them. Like for example, most of the SME, you may not give the internet banking access, but you give them a view only access. So that is also possible actually. So it depends on how the potential customer that is, how expensive they can be actually, right? No, we need to cater a single system, multi-type of customers.
And one last question from my side, and something similar to what I asked the earlier contestant as well. In terms of the implementation and support framework, is the implementation required from the bank technical staff and the support, or is this something that you would be providing?
So during the initial implementation of the whole system, definitely we will work with the bank IT, but every corporate onboarding, host to corporate onboarding, we don't need technology to be intervening, because this is once set up, then it is a run actually. We can train your people also, who is your relationship manager and the implementation team. They can also take over this journey, and independently you can do onboarding actually, and we can also help you. And this is something that we started the whole company with this service only.
I have two queries, Balaji. One, what is the implementation timeline differences compared to cloud and in-premises that is possible as per your experience? And second is related to these, I have seen POBO, COBO, WAM and everything. So as Vinit asked earlier about the module, I want to know how the host-to-host solution can be utilized for these POBO, COBO and WAM, and how this file or API will be playing the role in those kind of most of the predominantly collection processes.
Okay. So I am assuming your first question of implementation is about onboarding a client. So that is what you mean implementation. So
no. I was talking about from the implementation as a product implementation timeline perspective.
See, cloud definitely is going to help a lot, because predominantly the infrastructure and the setup is done by us. It is all configured, pre-configured in the cloud. All that we need is certain APIs that bank has to publish so that we can interact with the bank. Okay, so that lead time is going to be much lesser than if we implement it in on-premise. That is the reason why most of the system today are started giving cloud-based, because that initial setup time is drastically come down actually. Now, the second question that you asked about is having this host to host, which is the B2B. So business can do the banking with this one of the channels. So we treat this one of the channel, any channel that should cater all the business transaction of the bank that with the client actually. They may start with the payment, but tomorrow they want to say that I want to do a virtual account with you. How do I use the existing channel to cater them, additional services actually? We cannot go and say, okay, now if you want to have this service, then you have to go for this. That should not be the case. That's the reason we want to have a unique platform which will cater all the requirement actually.
Thank you.
Hi, Balaji. In the service types and transaction types, you've mentioned WPS, but with not much detail. Can you talk to us more about this?
Okay, the wage protection system, which is governed by government, where
I'm familiar with the system and the program, but what would your system support with?
Okay, so we typically, if you talk about 3 segments, very small, medium, large. First is that every month the WPS is initiated through this whole system. The corporate, they can have their own set of files, and we do ensure that the transformation happens as per the specifications that system can process, actually salary information file or SA file that we call. And the validation from each mandatory field, non-mandatory field that happens here, and pass the message to core banking for debiting the account. That is single debit multi-credit process happens, and then process through the respective system. Some of the salary can be book transfer, some of the salary can be through Favori Plus, and that call will happen, EFTX call will happen, and then go back to the customer through acknowledgement, not acknowledgement, and all the other messages that they update saying that your salary is getting paid. In between, the customer can choose that my WPS file, I don't need to approve in internet banking because my ERP is already approved and I have a secure channel. So you guys straight away process. Most of the WPS cases, people use STP. But if at all, if a corporate wants to approve through the portal, then we can park in the portal and they can approve it.
So how is it different from processing normal salaries?
It is one of the same actually. So in UAE, WPS are mandatory. So Bahrain is in, it's still in progress. So
it's mandatory in Bahrain as well.
Yeah, correct. So it is nothing but your regular payment, but there are certain update has to go. And that update is something that we can build as part of the output file that we have actually.
All right. So it's more on the reporting side than the transactions.
No, we specialize. See, the core objective of the B2B host to host is processing actually.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry, I was muted. So I was asking that it's more on the reporting side rather than on the transaction side, right?
No, so it is together. So we ensure the transaction is also taken care of. Yeah, WPS, you want to say something on Buddy?
Yeah, that's correct. So it's both basically the transaction processing approach plus reporting to the regulatory of the country. Like UAE has its own regulatory requirement, and Bahrain has recently we have WPS is launched, and similar way Saudi. So every country has its own approach, and it includes for transactional processing approach as well as the reporting.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's a single platform, multi-country. So tomorrow when Vinit looks at expanding his footprint to the other countries, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You start adapting those customers so that those respective country adapters can be just plug in and start working actually. This is a second advantage why we have a multi-tenant, multi-country platform.
Hi, Balaji. Sorry. Yeah, hi, Balaji. What are the security controls supported by your system and encryption types?
Yeah, Buddy.
Yes. So basically, we have multi security protocols we implement. Like when it comes file, we do the file level encryption using PGP or any other standard encryption mechanisms. And for that also we provide a tool or adapter for the customers, which will take care of it actually. That's a point number one. Point number two, also the file is digitally signed by using certificates, standard certificate. That's the second approach. Third is that in case if the transaction takes place over the API stack, then we also provide API securities like using OAuth 2.0 security mechanism. And even over the API, also the files are encrypted, or even API has two variants. One is that can be a file, or can be the file can be sent through JSON or any other data structured message. So that will have its own set of security mechanism. This is how the file out transported from the customer to bank's premises, or it's our cloud infrastructure. From there it reaches to the bank. Second is that the files for encryption is once done. The similar way, we also, when we communicate back to the customers, those all responses and communication back to the corporate customer ERP systems are completely secure. Then as Balaji is highlighted, the platform is completely PADSS certified. That's all about.
What do you, one more question in line with what Mahmood has asked. So let's say our customer says he wants to send file with a particular type of encryption only, which is provided by the customer. So is it possible to do this customization to
Yes.
adapt to the security or standard or whatever API provided by the customer to encrypt and decrypt?
That's correct. So we have encryption component is a common component which has various encryption technologies built in within that. And if customer goes, in some of the customer, if comes up with their own specific standards, the adapter, what we are calling is that can be specifically customized and given to them. That's a point, one side of the customer side. Then other side of it, our bank end, that specific component can be customized since it's completely modularized, and that can be taken. However, we do support all the predominant of the encryption security standards, which is expected in the market, in the recent market, across the Middle East.
Okay.
I have a question with regards to the failure management in case of a failure of moving to your to the core banking or something. So, is there any functionality like to reattempt, or even that it can be monitored and tracked through your dashboards and reporting? So, just I would like to know more on that.
Sure. We have two ways of exposing an API stack to the corporate customer's ERP system or corporate customer. One is that our API is completely open standard APIs, and we do have in front of our stack API manager, which can be APG or open source like a WSO2 or IBM Connect. So various API manager, API gateway can be placed in front of our stack so that our API is open standard, and customer comes up with the various customization requests. As you rightly, one more judge said that they want to have a customized encryption mechanism. So what happens that all those things handled in this API manager level in case of API based integration approach perspective. So that's how we can scale it up.
There's just to add, sorry, Vadi, very quickly, just to add, there's a file level similarly that we do validation of file, and there is a NAC act sent to the customer, and they have a choice whether to fully process. In case of a file has a problem, they have a choice to fully reject also. So for example, WPS, they say 500 employee, there are 50 employee record is a problem, 450 employee salary can be processed. But in a vendor payment, if a 500 payment has come, and there is a problem in the file, we should not process because we don't know what could be the reason. So we reject the whole batch. So these are the configuration that we can do. And this is the second. So file level validation as well as API level validation, what Vadi just talked about.
Clear, thank you.